Are we on? All right, cool. So at the beginning of 2024, the trending topic on X was 2024 is our 1994. Now, what does that mean? That means that when people cast out their first democratic vote back in 1994, the euphoria, the joy, the change that they felt that they were making at the time is what people believe this year's elections are going to be all about. Now, think about it. In the last 2 months, when you go on any social media platform, all you see is politics left, right, and center. Either a politician being interviewed, a politician opening their own YouTube channel and posting their own narrative so that we get to hear it from the horse's mouth. You hear politicians going on media runs, station after station, platform after platform. You see people going through various rallies and actually promoting their party, promoting their narrative, posting and highlighting the critical points on their manifestos, and putting forth the change that they feel they're going to make for the people of South Africa. Now, this is rife. You also see a lot of political analysts, left, right, and center, platform after platform, being interviewed to also share their views around how they think the political arena is going to be in the next couple of months, leading up to the elections, their predictions for the elections, and then post the elections. What is it that we can expect? And these guys are pretty much informed. I've watched a couple of interviews with a lot of these guys. Bo Mighty Jamie, Bo Peniel the Black Pen, Bo Prince Mashele. A lot of these guys, Bo Kaya, is a Kaya Dlanga, I think it is. But a lot of these guys are super informed, like they know the political landscape to the nitty gritties, to the minute details. So this got me thinking, since it's all about politics, why not throw my own opinion in the hat, right? Not because I'm a political figurehead, not because I'm as informed as the other guys, but because I'm a voter. I'm just an ordinary person who's seeing what is happening around me and around people I know, and of course, what's happening throughout the country and even throughout the world. We're living in this social media storm and frenzy that nothing goes past us. Every single day, there's something interesting in the political landscape that is happening. Now, with all that is happening, we also get to see a lot of political parties being painted badly, a lot of political parties being cast out to say they won't have as strong a political role in shifting the overall agenda. Because the narrative largely is that the large parties will remain the large parties, whilst there will be changes in the statistical outcomes in terms of post elections, they will still remain the top three. That's the outlook. They foresee the EFF growing. They foresee Action SA coming into the mix. They foresee DA being stagnant in its numbers or decreasing just a little bit. And they foresee the ANC being a party that goes down by a significant number, but still being the leading party overall. They foresee small players that are coming in to disrupt, being players that will impact the election by stealing away the ANC's vote, but not necessarily affecting the upper echelon of politics in South Africa. I'm talking like your MK party. A lot of the voters will be coming from the ANC and then going to that party. Now, the issue is this from my point of view. We say that it's going to be our 1994. Politics is important. Don't get me wrong, right? Politics shapes how we live, shapes the price of bread, it shapes the price of fuel, and therefore shaping our transportation, how many times you get to drive back and forth to a particular destination or even to your workplace. It affects economies in terms of how much money gets to circulate, how the money is used, and also how much money is used and circulates within crime syndicates and so on, because they have the ability to also buy political figureheads. It's no secret there. But the question is, how much of a difference will our votes make? So I'm going to vote as an individual amongst 60 million people. How much of a significance will that one vote make if 20 million people, which is a third of the population, are registered voters? The truth is, it may make a very huge difference. If each and every one of us thinks from a perspective of saying my vote, my one vote makes a difference, then it means everyone who votes actually gets to cast their vote, and that vote gets to be counted, and that counting machine that works within the various points of voting, the voting stations and the voting centers, that one vote makes a pivotal difference, because people want representation. You've seen even now, JJ convinced 𝐷𝐿 and the podcast chillers to actually put on 1,000 signatures and also pay the 20,000 and put 𝐌𝐿𝐷𝐿 as an independent candidate. And the narrative there is representation, because my one vote can help with the representation. As youth, we have certain things that we feel are far more important than another age group. Let's say the elderly, for example. Their needs and their specific requirements for living and surviving in South Africa are very different to the youth, as far as employment or unemployment is concerned, as far as being an active citizen within the country, and as far as making a difference. Now, for your vote to really be the vote of 1994, it means that you have to put yourself in the mix, not only in the voting process. Leading up to the voting process, if you believe that a particular political party is going to be the party that brings change, the change that came with 1994, then it means that you mustn't be shy to vocalize your stance. You mustn't be shy to let people know who you're going with and why you're going with them. You mustn't be lazy to read the manifestos, guys. There are political channels on YouTube that actually make it easier for you and I. They break down the various manifestos. They interrogate some of the manifesto goals that have been put forth. Some of them are wishy-washy. Some of them are realistic and pragmatic and can actually be realized. And some don't even matter. But at the end of the day, for you to make an informed decision, you simply have to be informed yourself. Watch the relevant channels around political issues. Know the political agendas of these parties. Know the people who are representing these parties. What impact have they had within the political scheme of things? What impact have they had within the economic scheme of things? When placed in parliament in the last election, what difference have they made? Has it been of value? See whether the picture that they paint on their open canvas is a picture that you and I can follow through on and learn from. Don't just go with the populist agenda. Don't just go with a particular face as someone who represents you, but go with the belief system that is informed. You've read the manifesto. You've gone to political gatherings. You've gone to the ground to see what it is these people are doing on the ground with the community, with the people, and what value are they adding even when they are not in power. Let's not expect a political party to only make a difference when they are in power. The political party that is in power has to always be put on their toes. They always have to be put under pressure. They always have to be pressurized like rough diamonds to smoothen up the service delivery issues that we actually have. You have to see that the political party or the independent candidate that you are going for, the workforce is on the ground. Do they look out for the poor? Do they look out for the unemployed? Are the initiatives that they've brought forth to the fold so that you can see a significant difference with what is happening with your neighbor? Do you see them challenging things for the benefit of communities and South Africans at large? Do you see them being open to concepts such as diversity, various cultures, various characters within society, changes that are happening within society, and representation overall? That falls under the umbrella of diversity. What political party is coming to the fold in terms of interrogating and challenging those particular issues? When it comes to businesses, how are businesses being put to task when they operate along the front lines of corruption and crime and everything else? Small businesses, what party are you voting for that is representing that small party, that small business? What party are you voting for that is representing the alienated communities? What party are you voting for that sees the issues of lack of service delivery or poor service delivery and is standing up and doing something about it? When someone within the community passes away, who is actually there? What political figurehead is there to put out a voice that actually plays a role in the long run? We need to know that our vote really does mean the vote of 1994. It's not an easy thing to come to if you haven't done your homework. If you don't know the significance of that vote, after now 30 years of democracy, you need to realize that there's just so much to it. There's so much that that vote accounts for. And if you are actually one that is voting, then you need to know that you can't just cast that vote. Be informed about it, teach people about it, be aware about it, make other people aware about it, then go fill up those queues knowing that you've interrogated every single aspect of the voting process and also of the political party, political figurehead, independent candidate that you are actually going for. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I hope that indeed your vote will count as much as the vote of 1994. It starts with you. Cheers, guys. Was it good? Thanks, mate.